Good morning, Elon University. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. It's a little chilly. We got a club baseball game. I'm joined here by my co-host, Jansen Brown. Jansen Brown, how are we feeling right now?
John, I've never felt better, I'll be honest.
Really?
On this absolutely stunning 50-degree and cloudy day in Elon, North Carolina. I think this is baseball weather.
Really? Jansen, I'm what the kids say, hung Ched bomb. If you know what I mean.
John, I think I'm smelling what you're stepping
You're
in.
picking up what I'm putting down. It was a rough night. Very rough night.
But you know what, John? The lowest lows make for the highest highs.
The highest highs. Brings us to our first sponsor of the day, Coors Light.
Well, John, I'll tell you what.
Climb the highest highs.
10 a.m., 10 p.m. You want the coldest one. Morning, night, rain or shine. Coors Light, ladies and gentlemen. And the game is starting. Caden Proctor, give the broadcast a wave, ladies and gentlemen. Caden Proctor, wearing number 10 for EUCB on this chilly North Carolina morning. We have Jack Schrader on the hill. John, really no one else I'd rather have up there.
Me neither. Me neither. Besides, maybe myself. But Jack Schrader is an absolute stud of a pitcher. He's been dealing all season. I'm very excited to see what he can do right now.
I'm used to that, don't worry.
As the foul ball goes for 0-1. Here's pitch number 2. It is fouled out behind the backstop for an 0-2 count.
And John, it looks like we're already missing balls as our camera cuts out briefly. It'll be right back, folks. And there we are. Counts 0-2 on the UNC Tar Heel batter. That one's skied to the second baseman where Zane Davis camps comfortably under it and makes the catch.
And that'll be 1 out.
Very good, very good. Yes, ah!
John, the Tar Heels. Do you know why UNC is called the Tar Heels?
Why?
I don't know. I was asking.
They actually called me the Tar Heel in high school.
Did they, John?
Yeah.
It's so funny. I had a different nickname in high school.
What was yours?
Prefer not to say.
All right.
Here's the pitch. And that is swung on and driven to left field. Gavin Thomas is back and makes the catch on the warning track to secure the second out of the inning for EUCB. John, Gavin Thomas, an absolutely fantastic baseball player.
Great baseball player.
Making his impact on this program early as a freshman. And I got to say, John, I am very, very impressed with the kid and what he's been able to do in such a short amount of time.
As am I. As am I. You know, we
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the camera continuously cutting out.
We had the opportunity to give a brief interview to Gavin Thomas, and I forgot what he said, but something along the lines of he's just going to go out there and make.
As that pitch is swung on and popped up to Gavin Thomas again in left field, who camps comfortably under it, and that will end the inning.
Score is 0-0 as we head into the bottom of the first.
That's right.
Elon Club Baseball with a comfortable 1-2-3.
back to the bottom of the first.
Leading off is our center fielder, Caden Proctor.
Another
Caden-
freshman who's having a great impact on this team, John, as he looks at a ball.
Just about to say. See what Caden Proctor can do.
1-0 count to Caden. The right-hander deals, and that's going to miss just outside for ball 2. John.
Jansen, there's not many things I can do for food right now.
Well, John, I polished off an Einstein's sandwich right before the start of the game as that ball was popped foul, making the count 2-1. I polished off a bacon, egg, and cheese from Einstein's
Bacon,
this
egg, and
morning.
cheese.
And I'll tell you what, John, it was exactly what the doctor ordered.
Really?
I have never felt this good ever.
Brings us to our second sponsor of the day, Einstein's. You want a bagel that tastes like a bagel, I guess?
It's not
Maybe.
great, John, but I'll tell you what, it does it.
It's not the best.
It gets the job done. I recommend the all-nighter.
Farmhouse sandwich on ciabatta.
The farmhouse
change your
sandwich
life.
on ciabatta will change your life.
All right.
I've heard.
We'll
All
see.
right.
What's up, Kobe? Good morning.
For fifth pitch of the at-bat to Caden Proctor. And that's going to be popped foul.
Great at-bat from Caden Proctor here. Way to hang in there, battle through, make contact.
And John, I'll tell you what,
Very
it's a chilly
impressed from the
morning.
kid.
Those balls off the hands, those hurt. Those hurt on a day like today.
Balls off the hands always hurt on a chilly morning, Jansen. Might I say.
As that pitch is swung on and popped to shallow center
Ooh,
field.
and wow.
And a diving catch by the left fielder who secures the ball. That was very impressive, John.
I actually can't believe he made that catch.
I
Jansen.
can't either. Props to you, he doesn't have a number. All right.
Unnumbered UNC.
I don't believe he has a
Jake.
jersey either, John. I think they
No.
might have brought in a ringer from out of town.
Well, we're gonna have to check the legality on.
John,
on
that
this.
John, that might be Jaron Duran in left field.
It's possible. It's possible.
This is the first pitch of the at-bat to, my word, is that Coach Justin Helberg?
Well, Jansen, I believe it is
Oh,
our shortstop coach,
my goodness.
Justin Dirt Helberg, is now at bat as he sees ball 1.
There's a pitch,
And
and
that-
that's swung on and driven
that would be
foul down the
foul.
right field side.
Another ball gone.
John, you and I casted during Justin Helberg's one and hopefully only pitching outing of the fall last weekend, where we were pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I was shocked. I couldn't believe Coach
Here's
Dirt
the pitch,
was
and that's
kind
swung
of
on, pop foul.
okay at pitching.
I was pleasantly surprised, John.
Very,
I
very
will say
pleasant.
that.
Another unorthodox ball
Oh,
player.
and the camera's off. We apologize, folks. That's not going to get annoying.
Another
And we're back, folks.
unorthodox or unlikely fielding position today is Braden Graftree behind the dish.
Braden Graftree
Braden
behind
Graftree
the dish?
He's catching today.
As that ball is driven to center field by Coach Helberg,
Will be caught by the
and
center
center
fielder.
fielder's going to camp right under it. He really didn't have to move, John.
No, he did not.
Not a lot of cardio required for that catch.
Ah,
Well hit ball by Coach Helberg, though.
that's the best contact I've seen him make thus far. So
And ladies and gentlemen, the
Hopefully
three-hitter
only
Zane
better from now.
Davis steps to the dish. So the right-hander deals. His first pitch of the at-bat is swung on and fouled to the right side.
Come on, Z. Don't
JB?
drop the next one.
Hello, Noah Rubin.
Don't drop the next one. You'll never hear the end of it.
Jansen, I really might order us food.
Well, John, I don't hate that decision. That pitch is going to miss outside for the first ball of the at-bat.
Never again.
Enough is enough, dude.
Personally, Andrea, I think it's awesome.
Okay, fine. Jansen said it's fine.
I will be encouraging this behavior. Here's a pitch to Zane Davis, and that is popped up in the infield. First baseman comes in.
Should we just
Second baseman calls him off, and that is going to be the third out of the inning. EUCB goes 1, 2, 3.
It's okay, Zane.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've realized we were muted the whole time. That's our mistake.
Our mistake, John?
That's our mistake.
That's our
The
mistake,
score
John?
is 0-0 as we head into the bottom of the second inning. UNC baseball with a nice double play at the end from shortstop coach Justin Helberg at a kid. And we will see you at the beginning of the bottom of the second.
I would encourage both of you to
And we are back for the bottom of the second. I'm going to make a brief trip to get a supply drop while my co-broadcaster takes over. And I think he'll segue right into our sponsor.
Andre Perez's father is trying to set her up with the center fielder.
Nice.
Now, number 2, he's a good-looking dude, but I don't know if he's good for a That's beside the point.
That was too far. Dad, I'm gonna stop and back in again.
Okay.
You think you're funny?
Doing it 'cause it's your senior year.
Would you like, while John's away, would you like to come on the broadcast?
Oh, no. I'm already in big trouble with
Are you
her.
sure?
Go. Get on here. This is your chance.
I can be on the broadcast?
Yeah, this is your chance.
Okay.
This is not real. This is
Andre,
actually
you're going to have to videotape me.
Dad.
Oh, he's going all the way up.
As
You
that
have
ball
to
is
do that.
driven
Get
to
on
left
it.
field and
He
caught.
said, let me get on the broadcast really quick. I don't know if this was all necessary.
You have to do that.
He's getting on the broadcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by
George Perez.
You took the mic.
George. It's great to have you here.
It's great to be here. It's my daughter Andre Perez's senior year. And I am just trying to get her to not talk to the Carolina center fielder.
Well, I think you're doing a hell of a job talking to him yourself.
I am.
Understandable.
Number 2, I am live streaming talking about you. Just so you know, don't drop the next ball that's coming your way.
This is the best. This is
Ladies
awesome.
and gentlemen, this is a top 3 broadcast moment of all time.
Of all time.
We got ready to come this way. This easily climbs the top 5.
Easily. Did we say, can we Lions say Elon's up 5-0?
Huh?
Can we Lions say Elon's up 5-0?
Well, there's a scoreboard that says it's 0-0,
okay.
so that wouldn't work too well.
Gotcha.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the spotty camera work. That's a drop third strike. Runner hustles down to first, but the throw is going to be in time. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the spotty camera work. Our cameraman decided he was going to sleep in today, and well, that's frankly just not okay. And there will be consequences for Owen Lilly, if you're listening. Get over here. As Braden
This is the highlight of my
Iverson
trip.
steps into the box.
This is the highlight of your trip.
The right-hander delivers. And that pitch is going to be swung on and missed at the top of the zone. The count is now 0-1 on Iverson.
Is your co-announcer having a beer?
No.
No? Oh, that's one of the fans here.
Mr. Perez, we are under 21.
Mr. Perez. We're getting things started, Dad.
We run a by the books establishment over here at the EUCB
Well, of course.
broadcasting station.
We don't
As that pitch is going to be fired into right field by Braden
alcoholic
Iverson.
beverages.
Right fielder collects comfortably,
We were
and
both
that's going to
20
end the
years
bottom
old.
of the second. Ladies and gentlemen, see you in the top of the third.
Dad, I think your time.
My time is up.
Mind if I take
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Francis Field as we enter the top of the third. I am no longer
Hey man, nice meeting you
joined
guys.
by EUC
Nice to meet you
broadcasting
too.
legend George Perez as John Southard has rejoined me,
and
much
honestly,
to the UNC center fielder's delight.
That was crazy.
Jack Schrader deals, and that's going to be a looked at strike on the inside part of the plate for strike one on the batter. Here's the second pitch. That's going to miss up and in and even the count at 1-1. Jack Schrader on this cold morning. He's been performing well, John. I've been impressed.
that he has.
And that's going to be swung on and missed for strike
A lot
two.
of people don't perform well in the cold, myself included.
Well, John, you know what they say about Jack Schrader?
What do they say?
There are ice in those veins. And that's going to be swung on and grounded to shortstop where Justin Hellberg collects and makes a quick delivery over to first base to Braden Iverson, and that's going to be out number one. Caden Proctor flexing on the fans. I love it.
It was Caden Proctor's birthday the other day.
It was belated birthday to Caden Proctor.
He is now 16 years old. Congrats,
That's right,
Caden.
John. With one out, Jack Schrader deals, and that's going to be a strike on the outside part of the plate to the batter. The Tar Heels have had some action on the base paths, but have not been able to make anything of it yet, as that pitch is going to miss for ball one, evening the count.
Back in.
John, it's good to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you,
John was
Jansen.
ordering Big B Bagel.
Another sponsor of ours, if I may. Big B Bagel. When you're feeling low, when you're feeling small, get big. B.
Make the call.
Make the call. Shout out Big B Bagel. Great bagels. Love the Asiago. And yeah.
And that is going to be in there for strike three. A
Ladies and gentlemen.
beautiful curveball from Jack Schrader.
Beautiful, beautiful morning.
My whole body hurts. I'm not cut out for
What's
this
the,
anymore.
what's the count here?
He just struck out, John.
Nice.
Do they need to deliver?
So we got 2 outs, top of the third. Here's the pitch.
Okay, this is Matthews.
And that's going to
I got
miss
the
just
Asiago.
outside for
Wait,
ball
do you
one
want
on
me
the
to leave
batter.
it here?
I wasn't so sure about that
Don't
one,
eat my
Jansen.
bagels.
I thought it was fairly
We
close.
I thought it was pretty close. And
That one's going to be swung
Foul
on and
tipped.
fouled back.
for a 1-1 count.
Pitch in exactly the same spot, John.
That it was, and Jansen? I
Yeah,
don't really
John.
know what to say about that.
Well, Jack Schrader, he's nothing if not consistent. Here's the
That's a good
1-1.
thing to say.
That's going to be swung out and
Another
fouled
foul
back,
tip,
making it
and
1 and 2.
And it looked like the pitch was in the same spot yet again.
John, Schrader is burning them with this outside fastball. And by them, I mean just this guy.
That kind of consistency is only seen every once in a while. Kind of like Chewy's last at bat in Game 2 of the Wake Forest series.
Well, John, the higher-ups have told us not to talk about that as Jack
Oh.
Schrader hits the batter. See, John, this is what happens when you...
There's a little lack of communication there, Jansen. I wasn't aware that this subject was a little taboo.
Well, John, we don't want to kick the guy while he's down, if you will.
No, never. One heart, one mind.
One
You know
team,
what I
one
mean.
fight, John.
One team, one fight.
As the runner takes off, Braden Grafty throws down, and that was a good throw from Braden Grafty down to second
Great
base.
throw from Braden Grafty, and a nice steal from the runner.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those unaware, Braden Grafty is not a
Oh my
catcher.
God.
Oh, no.
As my co-host drops his water bottle. He takes off again, and that ball is swung on and grounded into left field.
And a runner will score.
And that will score the first run of the game for UNC Chapel Hill. The Tar Heels are now up 1-0. John, credit where credit's due. That was a well-executed hit and run from the Tar Heels.
That it was. The runner got a nice lead, started moving, and that ball was nicely hit out to left field.
Well said, John.
Can't draw it up much better than that,
You
Jansen.
really can't.
You really can't.
Really cannot.
Unless it was me and you out there, we'd probably do it a little bit better.
Well, John,
realistically.
that's assumed. Come on. There wouldn't have been runners on base because we would have hit back-to-back 500-foot home runs.
Most likely. Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we actually only broadcast because we were deemed too good to play for the club team.
That's right, Jansen. They don't actually let us play anymore. We would just hit home runs every time.
We embarrassed one too many teams, John, and it just wasn't good for the league.
I felt bad.
It reached a point for me as well, John. As Braden Grafty fires down. 2 decent throws from Braden Grafty, but that's going to be the 3rd theft of the game for the Tar Heels. There's a spider. Jack Schrader comes set. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Thank goodness there's no pitch clock in this league, John, as Schrader continues to stare at the second base runner. I kind of liked that intimidation strategy.
I
John.
loved it, Jansen. That's the kind of intimidation we need right now.
You know, that's the kind of
kinda
thing. That's the
attitude.
kind of thing that's been lost with the new MLB pitch clock. And frankly, I just
Oh,
think
our
it's gross.
cameraman has arrived.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, there hopefully will be less spotty camera work now that Owen Lilly has arrived on the scene.
Owen Lilly has decided to grace us with this presence.
Thank God it's only the top of the 3rd inning.
Whose truck is that? That thing is sick.
As the team convenes at the mound, having a little chat with their pitcher.
No good way to do that.
So, Owen Lilly,
When it blacks out, hit this button.
Blacks out.
Yeah, it keeps going out.
Just turn it back on again.
You just press this button. Here's the pitch. 2 outs.
Schrader
Sean
deals,
is typing.
and that's going to be swung on. Ryan Stratman across the diamond, and that is not going to be there in time. Another run scores for the Tar Heels with a man now on
A good
first
attempt
base.
by Ryan Stratman there. That was
That was a tough bouncing ball there,
a
John.
hard play to make. He got up there. Solid throw. Just couldn't make it happen. And you know what? It's all right. Score is 1-0 in the top of the 3rd as Jack Schrader checks the runner at first. We got 2 outs.
Dear boy Schrader.
Here's the pitch. And it is swung on and driven to right field. Runner goes 3. We got a man on first and second.
John, I believe that's third.
Yo,
First
how
and
do I-
third. My mistake.
How do I loosen this up so I can rotate sideways more?
You just gotta give it.
I never really got through
it's
my
not very smooth.
my counting.
It's cold.
Oh,
Never really learned.
yeah, it keeps blocking that.
I believe you mean shoot, Owen Lilly.
Shoot, fellas.
Bro, they didn't even cut the bagel.
Y'all are good though. We're grown.
We move.
We both move and we groove.
Move and we groove, baby.
Yeah, this thing does not like to turn.
That brings us to our sponsor. We mentioned them before, but Fortnite.
And Bush Light.
If you like emotes, you like getting down and dancing,
Get down on it.
get down on it and download Fortnite for free.
This isn't changing.
And
John, if we're lucky,
use
EUCB
code-
is gonna bring home a couple victory royales this afternoon.
Say the least, Jansen. Use code STINKY in the item shop for 20% off any Fortnite purchases. That's code STINKY. Jansen, I heard Zimbabwe is wonderful this time of year.
John, it is so funny you should mention that, 'cause I've heard the same thing.
Really?
What is wrong with this thing?
Owen Lilly, the camera blacked out. Thank you.
I see that.
There's the pitch.
Can we get a new one?
I'm not sure if we can get a new camera.
Owen
Folks,
Lilly,
donate to the club.
I
and,
can see if we can add it to our Big B Bagel DoorDash order, but I seriously doubt it.
You never know, dude.
I'm kind of worried a Big Beef Bagel DoorDash order won't make it here.
It's a legitimate concern, John.
That is a legitimate concern.
Talking.
You know how I'm going to address my concern?
Why?
I'm going to have a sip of my beverage out of my Stanley
Here's
cup.
a pitch from Schrader. That ball's going to be swung on and grounded
Ooh,
just
and it
out of
gets through
reach
the
of
outfield.
Justin Hellberg, and that is going to get into left field for another Tar Heel run here in the top of the third.
Scores 2-0.
3-0.
Top of the third. It's 3?
Yes, John, it is.
The score is 3-0 here in the top of the third.
Yeah, you can answer it.
John,
UNC Tar Heels lead.
Hi, Toby.
Owen Lilly, as much as we enjoy people taking calls right next to the live mic, please don't.
Tobias Coker.
Dude, it's Toby.
Calling me.
The former legend of EUCB broadcasting.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Talk to the folks, John.
we have received a phone call from the former broadcasting legend, Tobias Coker. Tobias, what do you have to say to the stream right now? Camera's blacked out.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
What's up?
Commercial break, fellas. Look at our wonderful outfielders.
I'm not sure if you guys are picking that up, but Tobias Coker said he will stop by. Potentially.
Can I have him set it?
Yeah.
Give me that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that EUCB has selected a new pitcher, and John, if my eyes do not deceive me, that is Big D on the bump.
Big D as in large Daniel?
Oh, unfortunately.
John, I think that's exactly what they called him back home.
All right. Well, hopefully Big D can dish out and deal his D.
Is that Ruben? What are you doing?
I don't know. What do you have to say to that, James?
Well, John, I'll tell you what. Large Daniel put on a heck of a performance in his first EUCB appearance.
Say the
I'm not
least.
going to expect anything less here.
I was thoroughly impressed by
He's
Big
a
D's
dog.
performance there.
He's an absolute dog.
Absolute dog, says Owen Willie.
And I know because I'm the
Do you
cameraman.
guys have a trash can after?
Yes.
No.
Worst cameraman this side of the Mississippi, Owen Lilly.
You haven't seen anything yet. Shit.
It is so much colder than I thought it would be.
Why did you do that? Do we
I
know?
don't know. I'm
We do
really
not know why it does that, Owen Lilly. If we did,
quite peeved. I'm quite miffed.
go Big D.
Big D takes him out. There are 2 outs,
2 outs, runners on first and second as Daniel takes the hill.
Score is
John-
3-0.
Daniel knows his way around a DraftKings sportsbook.
That he
Does
does.
he ever, dude?
He's quite the sports better.
He sure is. He's given me some pretty good locks, John.
Although he did say to take the Eagles spread the other day, and the Giants kicked their
Bottoms.
bottoms.
John, they did.
They did. The Giants, a little BTA, as some might say.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to the Tar Heel.
Still dead.
And that's going to miss just up and away.
So Big D's in a little bit of a sticky situation here. He's got 2 outs, but he's got a runner on first and second. Tar Heels have scored 3 runs in this inning.
John, it's never easy coming in with runners on base. As a
Never.
longtime reliever, I can tell you, it's tough to find a more pressure-heavy situation.
There are better feelings in this world.
There certainly are.
Say the least. Big D, a freshman. A lot of pressure.
That one's going to be fouled off.
It was fine. It's a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you didn't pick that up.
And folks at home, to our 10 current viewers, we just want to say thank you, and we appreciate your commitment to watching the stream.
I did not.
I love you.
You might love us, but it's not nearly as much as we love you. As that one's going to be fouled off, but you missed it because the camera blacked out. Oh, and Lily, why is the camera pointing at our center fielder and not at home plate?
He's waving at us.
Oh, hey, Caden Proctor.
I like that camera work, Owen Willie.
Thank you. Nothing's gonna happen to UNC batting.
As the bench chants for Big D.
And that pitch is going to be grounded foul just past the first baseman.
Might have nailed an alumni right there.
John, not a lot of chatter this morning from the EUCB dugout.
No.
I wonder why.
If you remember, if I remember correctly, last week there was
There's a certain individual
a
who-
very loud, obnoxious presence even in the dugout.
Who was that?
I believe it was Ryan McCaskill-Shock,
I think you're
as
right.
that is popped to center field. Caden
That
Proctor
ball's
back
going!
in the dugout.
Heads up!
And that
And that
is
ball
going
is
to
gone.
be out of here.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, a home run from the Tar Heels. And that is going to make it 6-0. Oh my goodness. What a shot from number 22.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think our center fielder, Caden Proctor, was expecting that one.
Ladies and
Neither was
gentlemen,
I.
My life just flashed before my
First
eyes.
time I've seen that here.
I will say, that ball
That was dead
nearly struck us. And
It was all out.
could have been.
It really hit home. We were like,
Lights out.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Could
the camera
could have
blacked out
ended
when
our
that happened.
short and sweet broadcasting career, but luckily we survived. Ladies and gentlemen, we will take that as a victory today.
Well, John, it's not often you talk about victories after your team lets up a 3-run home run, but I'll let you do you.
Jansen, I'm trying to stay positive here,
And we
trying to
appreciate
inspire some joy.
some.
Good morning, San Diego. I'm Ron Burgundy. Here's the second pitch from Big D.
And that brings us to our next sponsor, the San Diego Zoo, as the camera cuts out and Owen Lilly's not paying attention.
I'm eating my bagel.
The San Diego Zoo. Owen Lilly, if you don't start working the camera better, we're going to put you in there.
I'd fit.
And no one would go to see you, Owen Lilly.
No.
You'd be in a dark enclosure in the reptile room.
I could see you because I'd be in the camera.
Owen Lilly, you're going to be upside down with the possums.
Yeah. Can you keep asking me when we're going on a
Sleeping with the
I
fishes.
don't even think about that right now.
Score is 6-0 in the top of the third. Big D pitches.
They go on one
And that ball is fouled back.
in the spring, and they're like, when are we doing that? Yeah, but I have to run it myself. I don't know.
I think we have a full count here. Here's the pitch.
It's going to be
Ball
swung on and
swung on.
grounded to Zane Davis at second base. Zane bobbles, collects, makes a quick throw, and that is going to be in time to get the runner. Ladies and gentlemen, score 6-0 UNC as we head into the bottom of the third.
To the people. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back as we head into the bottom of the third. The score is 6-0 UNC as our camera blacks out.
It's back though.
Yeah, but we're back.
John,
We are
I
back.
just turned the volume up on the broadcast. I believe
Smart.
that is going to be helpful for the folks at home. Folks at home, if you can now hear us better, or maybe it's too loud,
Give us some input.
you let us know. We do this for you, not for us.
Give us some feedback.
You do this for you.
Jansen, I will say we now have the worry of a little hot mic from our fans surrounding us, but we should be okay.
It's a good point, John.
If you hear any
Really?
foul language,
You never know.
we apologize, ladies and gentlemen. It will not be coming from me and my fellow broadcaster.
It most certainly will not, John.
We keep a clean, kind broadcast.
Kid bot
Here's the
passing.
pitch.
He's like low-key been to like every game.
He what?
He's been to like all the games. It's very impressive.
It's nice that he wants to.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch.
He's working at a
I believe
brewery.
this is
See him with the mustache.
Jaden Windsor.
Jaden
Didn't he have
Windsor.
a mustache last year?
And
Yeah, but he also had like,
John,
Yeah.
one thing that always lets me know it's Jaden Windsor is you can see he has a hood.
it was like squinting my eyes.
He's the only baseball player I have ever seen who wears a hood during games. It's
You know,
not on his head,
on a
but
chilly
it's back there.
on a chilly day like this, I respect it.
I do too, John, but he wears it when it is rather toasty outside. What on earth is that noise? Colby,
WD-40, Colby.
stop.
You know what they say, Jansen? Drip over skill. At least that's what I say. But
Well, John,
I
it's
have
good
skill
playing.
as well. And that ball is grounded to the first baseman.
And that's going to be
And
foul.
that'll be fouled.
Me and Riley are getting shiesties for playing.
All right. Our cameraman has recently acquired a shiesty.
Yeah. We're gonna wear them for UNCG.
Do you have any ops?
Yeah, at UNCG.
Here's the two-strike pitch to Jaden Windsor. That's going to be swung on and
Another
driven
foul
foul.
ball.
to the
Another
right
ball
side.
gone.
He owes us a few.
Jaden Windsor, good at bat thus far.
Now, John, can I tell you something?
Tell me, Jansen. Enlighten me.
You know what, I will. After this 2-strike pitch to Jaden Windsor.
Here it is.
And that is going to be in there for strike 3. Jaden Windsor caught looking. John,
Tell me.
you could say it's a cold morning.
You could say that.
You know what's colder?
What's colder?
My Yeti water bottle, John.
Perfect segue, Jansen.
John,
Break it down.
I'll tell you what. I could put some water in this Yeti, or whatever beverage of your choosing, because that's going to be swung on and missed for strike 1 on Coach Justin Helberg.
We are drinking water today, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. That is not Justin Helberg.
That might be. Who is that? I believe that is.
My eyes
Seb.
aren't what they used to be, folks.
I believe that is Seb,
It's possible.
I believe you're correct. Anyway, John,
our designated hitter for the game.
this Yeti water bottle. Oh, and the camera's blacked out.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, Lily, I'm gonna freak out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
That's Grafty?
seriously apologize
That's
for
Grafty.
the spotty camera work.
Braden Grafty? Are we positive?
That does look like Braden Grafty. Ladies and gentlemen, catcher Braden Grafty is stepping into the box.
Making his catching debut.
Catching debut
today.
for EUCB. And that ball is going to miss inside.
Nice
I think-
squeeze catch.
I think he might have been trying to hit him there.
Jansen, I wouldn't be shocked if he was. These UNC players, they're a little dirty.
Well, John, I think I know someone who plays shortstop for us that's just a little bit dirtier.
What's his name?
Well, John, that's what's perfect about this situation. His name's actually Coach Dirt, as that is going to be looked at for strike 3 by Braden Grafty.
We got
UNC
2
Chapel
outs.
Hill trying to throw the ball around in the infield, and they end up sending it right into right field.
Good work, boys.
That would be a whole lot more embarrassing if they had not just hit a 3-run home run in the top of the fifth. Everybody gets 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Gavin Thomas steps into the box. Gavin Thomas, one of my favorite players.
Great player.
And I don't mean on EUCB, I mean ever. In any sporting event.
We're not talking about baseball here.
No. We're talking about life. And Gavin Thomas, one of my favorite people.
Baseball is a metaphor for life.
As I always say, John.
You get hit, and you hit some. Last night I got hit, Jansen. I got
John?
hit pretty hard.
John, I am aware, my friend. I had the pleasure of
Did I speak to you last night?
being there for the highs and the lows, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had a little too much soda last night. As me and my fellow broadcaster are both 20 years old.
21.
Little too much soda. My belly was aching. Say the least. As that ball is fouled behind the backstop from Gavin Thomas.
I feel playing deep for Gab.
I'm excited to see what Gavin Thomas can do here.
Here's the pitch, and that's going to be swung on.
And
and caught by the
that's a nice
second
play.
baseman. A line drive right
For
at
the
him.
third out. And that'll bring us to the top of the 4th inning. The score is 6-0 UNC. You know, we'll stay alive because
You know what, John?
I don't really
love
feel
that.
like turning off the mic.
I agree completely.
Completely.
And John, I'll tell you what, Gavin Thomas is at bat right there. I think that's a beautiful metaphor for life. Sometimes you're going to hit a hard line drive, but it's still going to be caught for an out.
So true, Jansen. I couldn't have said it better myself.
No, you could not have.
Who's in the bullpen there? Can we see?
That's Hunter, I think.
We got Hunter in the bullpen. Another rookie who had a great.
I thought Hunter was a lefty, John. Yeah, that's Case Marino.
It is. Oh, it
Ladies
is
and gentlemen, El Presidente.
El Presidente
El
is
Presidente
in
making his
the bullpen.
return to the mound.
I'm going to turn our camera back on and pan over to the bullpen.
It's so funny that you have to do that, John, because our cameraman is gone.
Here we
You're
are,
fired.
folks.
Stretching my leg. Thanks. Bro, I can't talk shit when I'm up there.
I think I panned a little too far. Here we are. Case Marino in the bullpen, getting some reps in. El Presidente. I'm excited to see what he can do here.
Numero Quattro, as they call him.
Numero Quattro? Why?
Well, John, because he's number 4.
He's getting out of control. I got harassed by like 3 lesbian fellows.
Jensen,
They're very rude.
earlier this week we asked our players if they could describe in one Spanish word how they would play this weekend. We got a lot of muy calientes and we got a lot of fuegos.
That's right, John.
We're not playing too fuego right now.
John, that's correct.
I'm checking on you.
As our camera blacks out once again, as our cameraman is absent, having a little social time.
She was getting
Ultimately might be the worst broadcast hire that we've ever seen.
Pop off.
O'Lily will be
No, there's nothing else.
joining the San Francisco Zoo shortly, as we warned him.
Hello. I'm back,
Hello,
ladies
Patty.
and gentlemen.
What do you have to say,
Most
Patty?
of the ladies.
It's a nice morning today. Excited to attack the day. It's gonna be a good one.
John,
No, it's not.
there was just a foul ball that is currently stuck in the backstop.
Can we see
Wow.
that, folks?
Can we get a view of that? As the count goes to 0-1.
Here's a guy.
Big D on the mound.
That one's going to miss, evening the count.
Counts 1-1.
Jensen Brown.
Top of the 4th inning.
Yeah.
Jensen, do you
No.
mind adjusting our inning?
John, nothing would please me more.
Counts 1-1.
Well, John, it appears we have the bottom of the 4th, but not the top.
We should have the top somewhere.
You would think.
Here's the pitch, 1-1.
Patrick.
And that will be outside for
What? Patrick's the bottom.
ball 4. Ladies and gentlemen, I clearly messed up the count there.
That's all right.
I guess we had 3 balls. As the runner takes first base. No outs. Big D. on the
How'd
mound.
you feel this morning? You know, the way he pitches sort of reminds me of Patrick Mahomes.
Now, here's a guy. Here's a guy who knows what he's doing.
That's the sort of thing we tend to see.
And that's the strike. And that's the kind of thing we see from Patrick Mahomes. As the count is 0-1
And now
for
it's
Big
Josh
D.
Allen.
1 out. Here's the pitch.
Oh.
That will be inside.
Strike.
I believe that was
1-1
low,
count.
John.
It was low and inside.
You right.
Where do we miss, Blue?
Low and inside, Owen Lilly. Owen Lilly, the camera is blacked out. Thank you.
Here's 1-1. And that'll be inside for ball 2.
An impressive stop from Braden Grafty. He's been working hard back there, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, this is Braden Grafty's catching debut, I believe.
It's a big deal, John.
I don't think he's caught before.
The people have been waiting
That
for this.
ball
Is
is
that what is
fouled.
popped foul?
Out. And the count goes to 2-2.
John doesn't tip his DoorDasher. You heard it here first.
Tip them $3. 2-2 from Big D, and that will be fouled out.
Down to the third baseline. John, he's put one down the first baseline, put one down the third baseline. I think here he's going to try to put it in between those 2 lines.
You would think. I don't really know much about baseball, but
Clearly, John.
Don't say that.
I'm just kidding.
You know lots about baseball.
And that will be outside for ball 3. We got a full count here.
Hey, Big D.
Big D on the mound. See what he could do.
As Caden Proctor itches his
3-2.
hindquarters. And that's going to be swung on and driven to center field. Caden Proctor hustling.
Oh, and
Diving attempt and not in time.
Does
Jaden
not get
Windsor from
there.
right field gets the ball in. And that is going to be a stand-up double from the UNC batter as the runners are now on second and third with no outs. John, I don't love this situation.
I don't love it either. Last time we were in this situation, not the best turnout for UNC Club baseball. But you
John,
know
you
what?
can
We
say that
gotta
again.
Last time we were in this situation, not the best turnout for UNC baseball.
Well put, John.
Thank you. But we'll see what Big D can do here.
Attaboy, kid. Good way out.
Here's the 0-0 pitch from the left.
You're good, Pat. You're good.
Steps off.
Can the cameraman show that?
Sure.
No, but the cameraman can turn the stream back on.
No, Patrick's being bad.
I love you too, Patrick.
You're great.
What's the count here? I believe 1-1.
I believe you're right, John. I'm sorry. I was distracted as I had to do everything around here. Oh, and Lily.
Here's the pitch, 1-1
And that's going to be swung on and driven foul.
for the 1 and 2.
A lot of hard foul balls from this UNC team, John.
Well, we just saw a great hustle play from Caden Proctor. Unfortunately, he was not able to make the catch. His runners advanced to second and third. We got
And
no
that
outs
pitch is
here.
going to be swung on, driven up the middle. Base hit to Caden Proctor. Here's the throw home as the runner rounds third.
And 2 runs will score to make the score 8-0. UNC leads. Jansen, do you mind adjusting our score?
John, I wish I didn't have to, but I will.
Me too. Me too.
Here comes Case.
Here comes El Presidente.
Oh, and Lily,
Not
stream's
yet,
blacked
not yet.
out, dude.
Never mind.
There's nothing going on.
As the UNC baseball players huddle at the mound.
Case getting warm over there.
John, would you please hit delete and 8 for me, as my arms cannot reach that far? I appreciate it.
You are so welcome, Jansen. Score is 8-0. UNC leads.
Case Marino continues to get loose in the bullpen.
As our players
Give some
surround
encouraging
Big
words.
D,
As they often
cultivating some inspiring words. I would only assume.
You know, John, I'll tell you what.
Tell me.
I think Justin Hellberg makes some unnecessary dives just to get his jersey dirty early in the game.
You know, Jansen, that's not the most
known to happen.
absurd hunch I've ever heard.
It's not ridiculous to say that.
Not ridiculous to say that.
It is not, no.
No outs. Man on first. And that
As
ball
that pitch
is
is
driven to
into
right field.
just out of reach of Zane Davis. Runner around second base, heading for third, and he is
Watch
going to
Sales.
be in there.
Camera died.
Are we serious?
It says change the battery pack. So
Do we-
I'm assuming that means it's dead.
Do you have another battery pack?
We gotta charge the battery.
Oh boy. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back. Our camera died. We apologize for the technical difficulties. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I was just informed of something I didn't know from last night. as Chloe shows me a video of me.
Being a silly goose, John. Oh, and Lily, you are kicking the camera equipment
Wait,
around.
I don't remember that whatsoever.
Chloe, why don't you tell the people about your night?
No thanks.
No, thank you.
Why not?
From Chloe.
You have any
Ladies
regrets
and
about
gentlemen, El Presidente
Yeah, how's it going, man?
is currently on the mound for EUCB. John, I'm extremely excited.
I'm excited as well. How's it going, man?
Pardon us, ladies and gentlemen, John Southard is going to retrieve his DoorDash. Clearly, some people do not have their priorities in the right place. Me, I wouldn't leave the broadcast if I was bleeding out. And that's on God. Now, Case Marino has quite the pitching arsenal. I believe of all EUCB pitchers, he has the most pitches by at least 2. No outs and a runners on first and third, as Case Marino is going to be put in not the most comfortable situation with no outs.
Our young rookie Andrew has like 6 pitches,
Thank you for the input, Owen Will.
including a cutter and a slaughter.
A slaughter?
Yep, slider cutter.
Oh.
It's not what you think it is, folks.
All right. Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, Case Marino on the hill. Let's see if the president can get the boys out of quite the sticky situation. As the runner takes off, Case Marino is going to deal strike 1 on the batter.
Are there donuts over there?
Where?
On the bench.
It's possible. You can go check it out.
I might have to.
Here's the 0-1 from Case.
Could pay off.
That's going to miss up, evening the count at 1-1.
Hey, Kish! Come on out.
EUCB legend, Case Marino. Good player, even better guy. Deals the 1-1. That's going to be swung on and missed for strike 2. A great pitch from Case Marino. That one had, the bottom fell right out of that one. Ladies and gentlemen, we take a brief intermission as Case Marino forgot to tie his shoe.
Classic.
That's why I say, if you're not going to double knot it, you might as well not tie it at all. Number 4 comes set. Lifts his leg and delivers home. And that is going to be popped up. Shallow right field. Jaden Windsor rushing in. Runner on third, tagging, throw to the plate. Cut off by Brandon Iverson as the third base runner stays put. EUCB has their first out of the inning.
Attaboy, Windsor!
On a beautiful pitch from Case Marino. Well, it's not their first out of the game, Katie Sweeney, because it is the 4th inning. Well, I'm better at my job than you think.
Colby, who's in the pen?
Here's the pitch from Case Marino. That's going to miss just up for ball 1. Personally, I thought that pitch was in there, but no dice. Righty comes set.
The man himself.
Lifts his leg and delivers. And that is going to be in there for strike 1, evening the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Funny enough, that pitch was in exactly the same spot as the last one, so someone's wrong. Here's the 1-1 from Coach Prez. That is going to be fouled back. I believe that one might have gotten the umpire. Although he seems to have taken it like a champ, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, the camera's blacked out. Ladies and gentlemen, I am incredibly impressed with all of these players out here in short sleeves this morning. I am in pants and a hooded sweatshirt right now, and I am freezing. Here's the 1-2 from Case Marino. And that's going to miss just up, evening the count at 2-2. Ladies and gentlemen, John Southard has returned with his Big B Bagel and our 2 coffees. This is where the game really starts.
Jensen, it is great to be back. Just picked up our Big B order.
And that's going to be swung on in, driven down the right field line, but foul. Some more activity in the EUCB bullpen.
Who's in there?
I don't know, John. My
we think
eyes are
maybe
not what they
Andrew.
used to be.
Possibly Andrew, but we don't know for sure.
What's this? It is Andrew. Andrew getting loose in the pen. Here's a 2-strike pitch from Case Marino. That's going to miss up, loading the count. These are tough conditions to pitch in. I don't care who you are or where you're from. When it's this cold, it's tough to locate the ball.
He's from Maine, though.
He is
Here's
from
the
Maine.
3-2 pitch, and that is going to miss from a loaded count to loaded bases. EUCB, bases juiced with just 1 out.
Set up the force, though.
John, I don't love it.
I don't love it either, Jansen. I don't love it either. But I have faith in our president. Get us out of this sticky situation. Here's the pitch.
Dude, Justin is covered in dirt.
And that will be high and inside. What's the count here, Jansen? I just got back.
It is 1-0, John. He just walked the last batter.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, dude.
Here's the 1-0.
And that's going to
Believe it or not,
be
I
in
might
there,
Find a more effective way to
evening the
score
count
this.
at 1-1.
I don't believe you. I'm not gonna lie.
Ah, that's all right.
Probably. Do you just want to clean it? Hey, ready? Watch this.
What you got? Ah,
You like that? Yeah. Here's the pitch.
It's going to be in there for strike 2. A great cutter from Case Marino.
And a great call from our umpire.
Is it 8-0?
It is 8-0.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Someone's been paying attention.
I thought it was like 5.
Well,
The 3-run
Well, it
bomb or
was.
whatever. I knew they were losing.
Then it wasn't.
here's a pitch from Case Marino. Woo-hoo! John, I liked that one.
I love that one. Evening the count at 2-2.
I believe it's
Jansen,
2-1, John.
Really?
Correct me if I'm wrong. John, would there happen to be a bagel in that bag for me? I cannot remember if I ordered one.
You did not, but
Oh.
I ordered myself too. If you want one.
Oh, all right.
We're ripping chicken between games.
Ooh.
I didn't really
Ooh.
that is like literally the only reason I'm here.
Fair enough.
Just because I
Enticing.
chicken between.
That's your truck, Joe?
Here's your pitch.
Is that my truck?
Yeah.
No.
It's going
I'm trying
to
to
miss
figure whose it is,
high
dude.
and
It's
it's
sick.
in.
It is sick.
And a run will score on the free base from number 4.
It's probably that dad. Where did that go?
Score is 9-0. UNC leads.
John, this is not the start that the boys were hoping for on this chilly Saturday morning.
Say the least.
You're mad.
Thank you, Joe.
Where are the rookies at?
I'm right here, Poker.
No, obviously they're
Joe,
the rest of
Watch your language. around
ladies
the
and
mic.
gentlemen, we apologize for the fruity language emanating from one of our rookies' mouths.
Owen Willett, can you turn the camera back on?
I feel like you apologize for me saying things like 5 times. last
Coach
week.
Colin Foyle there.
We have.
Pitch from Case
Swing
Marino,
and a miss.
swung on and missed.
Please enjoy the view from Colin Foyle. He's a very good boy.
Yeah, I have a great song queued for between innings if this inning ever ends.
What song?
The No 60,000.
Nice.
And as usual, a fountain of positivity coming from Joe.
You don't even have a mic.
Oh, they can hear me.
It's
Oh, it
picking up
picks
everything.
Oh, alright.
So be careful what you say.
A mic is hotter than Jansen's mother.
Who I've never seen. But I can only assume.
It's a pitch. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, whoa.
That's crazy.
I said, here's the pitch.
Oh. I think the sentiment remains.
I didn't say it. Don't look at me.
You don't want to get my fellow broadcaster
Riled up.
Is that a chair by the fence? Where? Ladies and gentlemen, I just heard a very loud yell come from the EUCB dugout. Does that mean that Ryan McCaskill-Shock has returned to the Frank?
See any crutches?
I do not.
Stratman can scream it
I don't know. Here's the pitch.
That's going to be swung on and
And a
missed for
miss.
strike 3. A great inside cutter from Case Marino to
down.
retire the batter.
What inning is this?
It's the top of the 4th, Joe.
How many outs we got? 2?
There are 2 outs.
2 outs. Score is 9-0.
That's right, John.
That's a chair. I'm Ron Burgundy. Here's the pitch. That will
That's going to be a nasty curveball on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. John, I think Case is coming into his own here.
Case is now, as one might say, dealing.
Well, John, just like that blackjack dealer in the DR that I lost so much money to.
Nice play from
And that is a great play up the middle by Zane Davis to Justin Helberg to end the inning. Ladies and gentlemen, EUCB 0, NC UNC Tar Heels 9.
Windsor
We will
sprints
see
across
you
our screen,
in the bottom of the 4th.
and he sprints out.
Folks at home, we are back here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Score is 9-0.
That is
UNC
what they say.
leads.
And that is driven down the right field line. Just foul into the bullpen. A great drive from, John, I believe that is Caden Proctor at the dish. Dog.
Are we back to the top? Yeah, we are. Yes, we are.
John, is there sugar in your coffee?
I don't know. You want to trade?
This one is unbelievably sweet.
Really? All right, we'll trade.
And that is a base hit from Caden Proctor, driven into right field. As he will be, John, is he EUCB's first base runner today?
I believe
Don't say that.
he is.
If he is not, folks, we apologize, but
I think he is.
it has been a slow offensive game from the Fighting Phoenix.
I believe they're going to get some fire going right now.
John, I do too. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I now have the correct coffee.
Oh.
This is dark and bold, and John, I am feeling absolutely fantastic as that pitch is swung on by Justin Hellberg and batted foul.
No, but it almost hit us.
John, this Big B coffee is absolutely what the doctor ordered.
Yes, it is, Jansen. I'm enjoying it quite a lot.
Oh, God.
Feeling stimulated.
John,
Yeah, that was horrifying.
as that pitch is driven
driven
away by
in
Justin
center
Hellberg.
field.
Caden Proctor will hustle into second base after a base hit from Coach Dirt gives EUCB runners on first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the fourth.
Is this the fire that we needed?
John,
Maybe.
just as so many of our players said in their interviews,
Muy caliente.
is this the fuego we've been looking for?
Could be the fuego. Could be the fuego. We could be getting muy caliente shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Zane Davis steps up to the dish.
Like, I love to know things.
A ferocious right-handed batter.
See what he can do.
And that pitch is going to miss outside. John, is the big lefty a little bit shaken up?
He might be. He might be.
Now, Lord knows he has some insurance, but that doesn't stop some people from burning their house down.
No.
As
And that is driven.
That's going to be tossed to first in time for the double play. Caden Proctor advances to third base, but there are now 2 outs in the inning.
Not what we wanted to see there, Jansen. Not what we wanted to see.
Situation that looked so promising quickly extinguished on a great play by number 1, the Tar Heel shortstop.
We got 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch.
That pitch is going to be fouled back. So, number 2. Why are you guys the Tar Heels? You know where that comes from?
Shut up.
We asked him.
I asked him.
So, no, center fielder number 2 from UNC just enlightened us as to why they're called the Tar Heels. And honestly, I wasn't really expecting an answer there.
I
told
was,
us
John.
in
Number
the-
2 seems like a stand-up guy, and I'm glad we have him
Really?
over there in center field.
He's giving us a thumbs up.
Yeah, he gave a big hug to his mom, and John, there's nothing cooler than loving your mother.
That's right.
As
I love
that
my
dropped
mom.
third strike is
Shout-
going to end the inning.
Shout out my mom.
Hey,
Mom, are you watching?
shout out Jen Southard and Pamela Brown.
Shout out Pam Brown.
They raised 2 lovely young men,
Say the least, Jansen.
and boy, did they they raise some boys who can yap. John,
You have a lot to say.
John, the only person I know that talks more than me is my mother, and by God, I love her for it.
Me too. And, ditto.
I'm very curious if my parents are listening. I assume I will get a text very soon. If they are, those are going to be some great brownie points for me.
Dude, I get it. Brown.
John,
Brownie.
nothing gets past you, does it?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you
This
didn't
guy's
know,
sharp as a tack.
our co-host's last name is Brown. So when he said brownie points, I could only assume he was doing a little bit there. With a little play on words with the word brown. Brown, brownie. I would love a brownie right now. Who knows?
And, John, that actually brings us to our next sponsor,
What's our sponsor?
Hostess Cupcakes. They taste like plastic, but they're cheap.
Good cream.
If you want something that's like a 4 out of 10, but you're hungry, get a Hostess Cupcake.
I wouldn't call a Hostess cupcake a 4 out of 10.
Well, John, clearly you've never had real food.
Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back when the top of the 5th continues. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Francis Field, where El Presidente Case Marino is still on the hill for the Fighting Phoenix.
Dog.
After a disappointing bottom of the fourth, here now in the top of the fifth, Case Marino, first pitch of the inning is high and inside for ball one. Please excuse me, folks, while I change the inning, as I believe it is now the top of the fifth inning.
I would assume.
That is what usually
Swing and a
comes after
miss.
the bottom of the fourth, and that swing and a miss is going to make the count 1-1. John, would you mind if I had a bite of that Big B bagel?
Jansen, I'd love you to have a bite of this Big B bagel.
That's a capital B, ladies and gentlemen, on Big B.
I can't see too well.
B for boys.
Is that bright enough on the screen?
Yeah, that's good. How's that Big B bagel taste?
I'll tell you what, John Southern.
Pretty good.
After the flaming piece of Tookus that I had this morning from Einstein's, this hits the spot. Although I hate to talk down one of our sponsors like that, as that pitch is going to miss outside for a ball.
Oh. Pretty gosh darn good, Jansen.
John, as they say in some parts of the country, it is slap yo mama delicious.
Wow.
What part of the country do they say that?
Jansen,
I don't know.
Yeah, I can make it.
Yeah.
Like the smoother I make the video, the darker everything is.
Fuck's your problem.
Okay.
Hey,
So it was very like choppy.
ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the fruity language from one of our resident sophomores.
I don't think they picked it up.
Well,
Let's hope not.
as John Southern's
As there
coffee
goes my coffee, ladies and gentlemen.
takes a spill. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have to make sure that that liquid does not make its way over to this computer and camera equipment, or else we are what the kids are now saying, hosed.
No bueno. Put it in Spanish terms. You
Yes.
mind holding the mic?
I would love to hold the mic, John.
No, you got it. Just give it a minute, it'll freeze.
Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the brief interruption here. El Presidente comes set and delivers home, and that's going to miss high and away for a ball.
Oh, Jesus,
Ew.
It smells kind of good.
Look it off the table.
And that is going to be in there on the outside part of the plate for a strike. John, Case Marino, I'll tell you what, for a cold day in October, I'm impressed.
Well, he's a Northman. He's from Maine.
He is from Maine. I believe
This is a
Kittery.
warm,
Shout out Kittery, Maine. As that pitch is going to miss up.
If you're one of the 5 people that lives there and you're watching.
This is a
Oh, and
warm
Lily,
summer day.
you just got some points back because that was funny and not annoying.
Damn you.
Here's the pitch from Case Marino. And that is going to miss up for a ball. That is now 3 balls to 1 strike.
Talking to
on
your
the batter.
girlfriend.
All right. Jansen, I'm going to wash this Big B bagel down with a refreshing beverage from my Stanley.
Ladies
I thought it was Yeti.
and gentlemen,
Oh, we have multiple sponsors.
that brings us to our 5th sponsor of the day.
We have conflicting sponsors.
It is the magical 5th inning, 5th sponsor segment of our show.
Allow me. When you want a nice cold beverage, you don't call Mike or
Steve.
Joey or Steven. You call Stanley if you're nasty. And Stanley provides you with the cold beverage that you need. I'm going to take a sip from my Stanley right now, which is full of water. And I'll let you guys know how it is.
As we take a break,
Jansen.
as Case Marino comes out of the game.
I'm
Now,
refreshed.
John, if you had to rank that from hot summer day to zenith of Mount Everest, how cold would you say that sip was? Actually, I'm not sure. I'm going to go with summit of Mount Everest. I'm not sure I used zenith right there.
Pretty cold, and honestly, I'm thinking of a different mountain range right now.
You wouldn't happen to be thinking of the Rockies, would you?
I am thinking of the Rockies, Jansen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to our next sponsor of the day, Coors Light. Ladies and gentlemen, when you want an ice-cold beverage, you don't just want a cold one, you want the coldest one.
Well
Coors
said,
Light,
Jansen.
cold as the Rockies, as Gavin Thomas gives us a little giggle from center field. Gavin Thomas, I love when you excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I love when you flash those pearly whites, Gavin Thomas. It just makes my day.
God, I hate Gavin Thomas.
That wasn't very nice, Joe.
Nobody likes Joe Palermo, by the way.
Shut up, Patty. Well,
during this pitcher warm-up, we are going to give a quick shout-out to number 12, Jaden Windsor. Jaden Windsor. Jaden, can you tell us why you wear a hood under your jersey? It is
cold out. That's what I said.
That's a pretty gosh darn good answer.
Why do you wear it when it's hot?
Jaden Windsor's got some dirty, poopy pants.
Can you tell us where you were last inning?
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason John and I are the broadcasters and not Pat Cotturl. This stream would have -4 viewers and everyone would be sad.
Sad's an understatement, Jansen.
You're right, John. Frankly, they'd be miserable.
Don't worry about it.
Stop asking questions, Caden Proctor. Focus on the game.
Don't you have fly balls or
How's
something?
your squirrel, buddy?
Patty, you're a TikTok star, bro.
What?
You're a TikTok star.
Who said I love you first?
Who said I love you first?
We all know it was you, Pat.
And here's the 0-0
Who
pitch
always
from
cooks?
Andrew, and that's going to miss low and away for ball one. Pat Cotturl, I'm going to ask you
Who always
very
does the
kindly to please exit the front of the die table, so I do not have to.
The broadcasting table.
Make an adjustment, some might say.
Yes.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the 1-0, and that is going to be driven into left field. That's a hard line drive. Gavin Thomas back,
Thomas!
makes a great
Gavin!
catch on the warning track, throws it in. Runners will not tag.
What a great catch from Gavin Thomas. Reeling back, reaching up to make that grab. Impressive stuff here, folks.
And not just the catch, John, but
Tell
also
me.
the relay in.
Great.
He wasted no time. Quick transfer
Absolutely.
to the right hand, got that ball right into shortstop Justin Helberg. That's the kind of thing you just can't teach.
Efficient. Instinctual.
That's right, John.
Didn't take much time with that one. That was a great play.
Here's the 0-0 pitch from Andrew, and that's going to be swung on and fouled straight down. I hope that didn't hit his foot in this weather. That is a death sentence.
Absolute garden gnome at the
It
plate
did
for
not.
UNC.
Thank you, Caden
Probably
Proctor.
a little ouchy.
Pat, what's going on here? What's happening?
Patrick Durrell, I don't want to have to give you another talking to. Please leave.
Ow.
Pacaturo, I'm going to freak out.
I already am freaking. I've been freaking out.
My cameraman's distracted as it is.
He's got a lot.
Please let him do his thing.
Ever since the harsh reprimand from Mr. Jansen Brown, I've walked in.
You have been locked in. I'm very proud of you.
I, too, am very impressed with the way Owen Lilly has turned things around as the pitcher deals the 0-1, and that is going to be swung on and missed for strike two. An absolutely devious
John, you want to
changeup,
put that
John.
underneath your chair or something and keep going? I can't say blowing in the wind because then Pat will start singing.
Ladies and gentlemen, blowing in the wind. Good
Hold
song.
it.
Oh, here we go.
As the
Real ones
0-2.
I have a
remember
job
when
for you.
Patrick watched
As the
the Bob
0-2.
Dylan.
Oh, batter calls time.
Hey, man.
Can you put this in Ryan Stravin's car?
What's your name, man?
Here's a pitch, and that is going to be swung on and a shallow pop-up. Justin Helberg trailing back, and he makes the catch.
Great catch.
Just as the ball goes into foul territory. An unbelievable sliding catch by Coach Dirt for EUCB's second out of the inning. John,
Coach Dirt hitting a celebration. All right.
I heard he's also good at doing dishes.
You heard wrong. Coach Dirt
You haven't seen her
celebrating
sing.
his fly out there. All right. I'm happy.
Small victories, John.
Happy with the
Small
morale
victories.
from Coach Dirt.
Over there.
Coach Dirt always inspiring.
Put back it.
What?
This is why he needs a girl.
All right.
More runs.
John, Andrew working well on the hill.
That he is.
2 outs and 2 batters. I'm impressed.
Oh, we got Rock in the pen.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Everybody-
Ryan O'Connor, the
O'Connor
big lefty,
in the
getting
pen.
warm as Andrew deals a strike to the batter, making the count 0-2.
The O'Con man.
Everybody's favorite pitcher.
Every woman's favorite.
Ladies and gentlemen, my hands are really cold. And that pitch is going to miss inside for ball 1.
See if Andrew can put him away here. We had a great play from Coach Dirt.
John, so
Another
far,
great play from Gavin Thomas.
I wish a lot of people were there. I was like, I didn't
and that is going to be
That is
swung on
good,
grounder
man.
to Zane Davis at second, works
Nice.
through the ball, and that is
Boy.
going to be the
Zane
third out
Davis.
of the inning.
Here we go.
A forced play at second. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the bottom of the 5th.
It's only the 5th.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Francis Field, excuse me.
We are back!
You're in the bottom of the 5th, where a quick 1 pitch, 1 out from the Chapel Hill pitcher on a ground ball to first base.
I think that was Seb, right?
I believe it was Seb as well, Owen Lilly. John, not the start we were hoping for.
No, not at all. Here's the pitch,
And that's
that
going to be
is
driven into right field.
Field and caught.
Right at the right fielder. A great piece of hitting by Braden Iverson. John, sometimes you're going to hit a line drive right at the right fielder. And I'm not talking about baseball, John.
That's absolutely right, Jansen. Sometimes it happens, and, you know, we just got to move on.
What are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
John, I think Ted Lasso said it best. You got to be a goldfish in this game. Short memory.
That's right. That's so right. Jansen, I inspire all of our viewers to not dwell in the past.
John,
Move forward.
I think the key to a happy life is living in the now.
He's a happy one.
You guys are so inspiring.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appear to have a late addition to the UNC Chapel Hill roster. It is the bottom of the 5th inning, and
And he's coming onto the field.
and he's just gonna waltz right in. I mean, There's a few other entrances, but he's just going to stroll into center. That's inspiring. Blaze your own trail. That's what we're about here. Yeah. Well done.
Showing up this late, it's hard to imagine he'll see any other time on the field.
No.
Look at this picture I took of John last week. I was sitting like that, looked up, frightened.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, that ball will be inside. Who's batting right now? I can't see.
John, I believe that is
Who's
the
this, Joe?
hooded hero, Jaden Windsor.
Oh, Jaden Windsor.
As that is going to be grounded to the second base.
Oh!
John, I
sneaks
believe
a single.
I believe he might just have a hole in his glove.
I could only assume so. I feel like me and you could make that play.
John, I think I can make that play with one eye, one hand tied behind my back,
We were playing UNC.
and no feet.
One heart, one mind.
That's right, John.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lily,
Whoa.
this is why you almost lost your job.
Yeah.
There's a story connected to that comment. I'll tell
As the pitcher checks,
I'll tell you once the
pitcher
camera's
checks
on.
the first base runner.
And I was like, oh, this is a great photo opportunity.
Who's Jaden Windsor?
On bid day.
I'm Ron Burgundy. And that ball is outside. Jaden Windsor will take second base.
Well, John, I've said it once and I'll say it again.
Say it again.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Jaden Windsor's a threat on the base paths, and
Absolutely.
just like Bruce Springsteen, John, he was born to run.
He's a quick little devil, isn't he?
John, I believe he is the fastest 90 time on the EUCB
Really?
roster. I do, at least he did last year.
This is news to me, and I can't say I'm surprised.
John, do you want to know who was a close second to Jaden Windsor?
Surely not.
I think I saw like
You.
5 people.
It was actually
about it, and I was like, oh.
Jansen Brown. Back in his prime, Jansen Brown was apparently a quick little bugger.
I have a hard time believing that, Jansen Brown. But
What the hell is
you
this?
continue to shock me.
Dude, look at this.
Well, John, I beat you in the half marathon.
My first
Maybe.
impression
Extra
of
player
him
on the
as
field for
summer
UNC.
was
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a flag for too many men on the field.
He's
As we're going to pan back to home plate because that's what the viewers want to see, Lo and Lily.
Oh, and you're really good at your job.
He's
Oh,
coming
and
out
Lily.
to praise, dude. Look at him.
The worst cameraman,
I can't wait for us to get
well, I'm sure there's some worse.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm gonna have a G.
Justin
And that
Rogers
is going to get past the catcher.
arguably worse.
Jaden Windsor is going to advance to third base.
At some point I will.
EUCB, 2 outs, man on third here in the bottom of the 5th.
Jaden Windsor might as well steal home at this point. I feel
John,
like.
honestly,
Be an adult this
I like it.
I love it. I love it.
John, if he
Like, I
steals
did not
home,
peak in college, but
I will
it
put
was the best I ever.
$100
Okay.
on the Blue Jays to win the World Series.
Wow. Here's the pitch.
And that is going to be taken for strike 3 right down the middle, John.
That's the inning.
Well, I guess I'm not putting money on the Blue Jays. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the top of the 6th. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls watching at home, welcome back to Francis Field, where we are now in the top of the 6th inning.
Are we live?
I believe we're live, John.
Caden.
Oh
Caden's
my
been talking to your girl for a while.
gosh.
Oh, and
Yeah,
Lily,
I
the
believe
camera's off.
No, it's not.
It was. Thank
What?
you for doing your job, my friend. It is
Once
now
it
the
turns
top
off,
of the 6th
You have to wait a few
inning.
seconds for it
The
to
top
turn
of
back
the
on.
6th.
Who's on the mound here, Andrew?
Yes, John. Andrew is still out there after a, might I say, fantastic performance last inning.
Absolutely. There's first pitch for strike one. And that is
It's going to be
fouled
popped
out.
down the right side.
And caught.
And a playable ball, but I believe, John, because the ball was out of play, that catch is not going to count.
Interesting.
Caden Proctor confirms my suspicions. Thank you, Cade.
Do that one more time for the camera. Thank you.
Nice.
Attaboy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Proctor, he's got rhythm.
And that will be inside for ball one. Count is 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Here's 1-2.
And that is going to be
And that
in there, a
will
nasty
play
curveball for
up.
strike 3.
Hell yeah.
Andrew put it on quite the performance this past inning
Wait, that's really fun.
and
2/3.
so forth.
I think this team is more of a second game.
Then you weren't here last
Joe
weekend.
Palermo with some
I was.
inspiring words from behind the broadcasting booth. That ball is grounded foul.
I did not watch last week's second game.
Left field.
I saw last week's second
Me
game.
and Wayno decided to hit golf balls back and forth
Oh, jeez.
the entire time using Jay's clubs.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was a
Liv
blast.
was here, but I
It was way more fun than watching the game.
Gotta get your strokes in.
I agree.
Here's the pitch from the right-hander, and that is going to be driven into
Swung
left field
on.
for a base hit. UNC has their first base runner of the inning as Gavin Thomas has to backpedal to field that ball cleanly. John, it's
I was a little scared there.
John, it's bumpy out there in left field. Those balls, they can take
Yeah.
some silly hops. I'll tell you
I
It
know.
what.
was a great adjustment by Gavin.
I think my
I
miscue
can't
is
say I was not terrified.
because it's 10 to 2.
Yeah, that seems fair, John.
Thank you. Jensen, I've heard that it is wonderful this time of year in Zimbabwe.
John, it's so funny you mentioned that. You know, I actually took a trip to Zimbabwe,
You
as
did?
that is going to get just past Coach Hellberg on a great effort.
Oh.
Caden Proctor quickly gets the ball in.
Dang.
Runners are going to hold up at first and second on a hard base hit up the middle from the batter. Anyway, John, back to what I was saying. I recently took a little trip to Zimbabwe,
You did?
and I'll tell you what,
What aren't they talking?
it was revolutionary.
Was it nice?
It's just like they say.
Jensen,
Pat, there's a
did you,
gateway right
on
there.
this trip to Zimbabwe, did you happen to fly JetBlue Airlines?
John,
You make me scared for your nuts every time you do it.
it's funny you should ask, John.
It's
As a
run
matter of
dry.
fact, I did.
You did.
Which brings us
Brings
to
us
our
to our
next sponsor.
next sponsor.
I'll let you talk about that.
Go for it. Brings us to our next sponsor, JetBlue Airlines. If you're feeling blue and you want to jet around, get in on a JetBlue flight. Jensen, when I'm feeling blue, I hop on a jet and I fly. And I fly.
John, I just got
fly.
word from JetBlue that they've dropped us as a sponsor.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our time with JetBlue has been short and sweet. We'll chalk it down to one ad.
That was underwhelming.
And I guess JetBlue wasn't too happy with my performance there. Joey P.
Well, we'll get
What?
into it now.
Joey P. I'm in need of a supply drop.
What do you want?
And-
Very much.
That brings us back to our longest running sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen,
PBR? I do have a PBR.
Our longest running sponsor.
You said Mickey?
I might want to. Wait, no, I want to.
ladies and gentlemen,
PBR.
Grab it, I'm not reading it.
Have them?
Yeah.
It's
I have
cold.
one, but I don't really want it. So.
Here.
I hate to continue to bring up the weather. But I can't feel my toes as the pitch comes in from Andrew, and that's going to be a great block by Braden Grafty. John, unsung hero of the ball game thus far, Braden Grafty. He's doing a great job back there, and I'll tell you what, catching, it's oftentimes a thankless job.
It's a good supply.
Kind of like being an announcer. As that is going to be driven to Zane Davis, a fantastic pick. He goes home with it. The tag is in time, and the runner will be out at home, preventing UNC Chapel Hill's 10th run of the game. There.
Thank you, sir.
Anytime.
And ladies and gentlemen, I just got a supply drop. Aaron Shires. Well, I just got a supply drop from my good friend Joey P, and that brings us in to our sponsor, Fortnite. When you're feeling down, when you need a little supply drop, maybe you're looking for some gold loot. Download Fortnite.
Dog.
I just got some gold loot, Jansen.
Well, John, can I tell you what? I'm more of a green pump kind of guy.
You're green pump. Are you a quick pump?
Well, they recently brought back the double pump, John.
Double pump. That's what they called me in high school, Jansen. Double pump.
Why is that, John?
I prefer not to say.
All right.
Fortnite. That's why.
And here's the pitch.
Runners on first and third as
I
Andrew
forgot
delivers.
about the ball game for a little
And that is going to be a swing and a miss.
A little bit of reminiscing going on about his high school days.
That.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. John was getting nostalgic.
I was getting nostalgic, kind of forgot about the game a little bit.
He was
Forgot why we're here.
He was thinking about the Long Island public high schools, which I can't believe that pitch wasn't called a strike. That was a great pitch.
That
brings
was
us
ridiculous.
to our next sponsor, Long Island Public Schools.
Wow.
You want to send your kid to a all-right school?
Otherwise known as Lips.
Long Island Public Schools.
I will say, Jansen, I went to like a top 5 public school in the nation.
And that is going to be in there for strike 3, ending the
hey.
inning. 0 runs scored on a
hey.
great play from Zane Davis, and then a great strikeout from Andrew on the hill. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the bottom of the 6th.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back.
we're back!
To the Frank, where we are now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off for EUCB, John, who would you say that is?
You know what? I'll tell you. Give me 1 second.
That might be Braden Grafty. No, I think that's Gavin Thomas. Yes, that is Gavin Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. Gavin Thomas, who made a fantastic play just 2 innings ago in left field.
Did you confuse Braden Crabtree for Gavin Thomas?
John, my eyes are not what they used to be. We are approximately, ladies and gentlemen, center field at the Frank is about 345 feet.
We'll zoom out so you can see.
So,
This is our view, fellas.
And that ball is inside.
exactly. So, I gotta say, it's tricky to identify people both at bat and in the bullpen from where we sit. But we do our best with what little we have, don't we, guys?
I was just messing around. And that ball
And
is
that is going to be
driven
grounded up the
to
middle,
right
and that will be a
field.
base hit from Gavin Thomas to start off this bottom of the sixth. John, I think we might have just lit a fire under these boys.
Well, Jansen, my buns are feeling toasty as ever. So I can only assume a fire has been lit.
Well, I wish I could say the same, John. I am
You're cold?
cold as
Maybe we need
the
blankets.
Rockies.
Jansen, it's funny you say that. And that brings us into today's sponsor. We'll call them the sponsor of the day. I think they deserve it.
John, I think they're the sponsor of the game. We do have
Sponsor
another one after this.
Of the game. Coors Light. When you're feeling thirsty, when you need a little pick-me-up, what do I drink, Jansen?
John,
What one might drink?
that's a good question. John, I think they wouldn't drink a cold one.
What would they drink?
They wouldn't even drink a really cold one.
What would they drink?
John, they're drinking the coldest one.
Coldest. Coors Light.
As that is going to be in there for strike 2 on Caden Proctor,
Drink-
UNC's esteemed center fielder.
Drink the coldest. Climb the mountain, but don't fall down. Jansen, I think it's safe to say I fell down that mountain last night.
John, it happens to the best of us.
It does.
And I just think it's a testament to your character that despite the avalanche, you are here, fired up this morning, announcing a great baseball game.
Some might say I skied right down that avalanche, Jansen. I made my way down.
I think the avalanche got you, John.
It might.
You ski, John?
I do ski. I do. I'm a good skier.
No, actually, ski.
I do ski. The
You're a
avalanche,
big skier,
it roughed me up a little bit.
And that is going to be driven
But I was
foul
okay.
off the tree. That was a hard foul ball by Caden Proctor, who has remained to stay alive with 2 strikes here.
It's one of my least favorite things about EUN is there's really no skiing to be done in North Carolina.
No, there's not. I
It
ski
is-
up in Vermont.
Yes.
Very nice. John, what's your resort of choice in Vermont?
Just about to say.
I'm a big
Oh,
Stratton.
and that ball is going to...
Stratton guy, or shout out Bromley Mountain.
I've
Small
been to both.
mountain. Yeah, great mountain. Little small, but it's a lot of fun. Not too crowded.
John Southern, back to the game. The
Oh,
UNC
yeah.
pitcher just
We're at a baseball game.
threw a ball into the woods, and Gavin Thomas is now on second base with no outs.
It's probably one of them.
Gavin Thomas, another good base runner.
Dog.
Just like Jaden Windsor. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be taken for a ball. A great take by Caden Proctor, who is having a very productive at-bat, John.
I'm excited. This is the top of the order here. I like the position we're in. We got Justin Helberg and Coach Zane Davis due up, and
As that is going to be fouled off. A heck of a fight from Caden Proctor, John.
heck of a fight.
Boy, kid.
I have a bit of the hiccups.
I can
Jansen.
tell, John. Would you like me to take the mic while you drink some of this Big B iced
Oh.
coffee?
Why, thank you, Jansen. I'd love to.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have the hiccups, drink some Big B
Drink
iced
some
coffee.
Big B.
Why not?
Jansen, I took
That's
one.
going to be swung on and driven to the right side of the infield, fielded cleanly by the second baseman, and
Good hustle from Kane
Caden
Proctor.
is going to be out at first. However, the base runner does advance to third.
And that is
Does advance to
Gavin
third.
Thomas.
Ladies and gentlemen, Justin Hellberg steps to the plate, where a base hit scores EUCB's first run of the game here in the bottom of the sixth.
Justin Dirt Helberg. He had a little pitching action last week against
did.
Wake Forest, and he did pretty well.
He did. And John, for a guy who took high school Spanish and yet openly admits that he cannot speak the language, interesting that he has a Spanish walk-up song.
Very interesting.
I would not have seen that coming.
When we asked Justin Helberg to describe how we would play it in one Spanish word, he seemed troublingly puzzled by the question.
And that is going to
was
get
hit
through to
to
the left
right
side.
field.
Gavin
Left
Thomas
field.
scores on a base hit from Justin Hellberg. Ladies and gentlemen, EUCB on the board.
Justin Helberg gives a high five to the present alumni on the first baseline. A little early to celebrate here, but I love it.
We're not cueing the duck boats just yet, John.
No, we're not kissing each other yet.
With one
But-
out in the bottom of the sixth, runner on first, Zane Davis comes to the plate. Will the pitcher throw another ball into the woods? No, he will not. Zane Davis swings.
Swing
Justin
and
Hellberg
miss.
stealing. He is in there. Justin Hellberg with a theft.
Justin Helberg, unnecessary slide there.
I was just about to say.
Yes,
I
John,
did not
that-
feel like it needed to
That
happen.
ball,
kind
that
of-
ball did get past the catcher. Not sure what we were doing there, but as we've said, Justin Hellberg, he'll do anything to get that jersey dirty.
I was gonna say he's shown out for the alumni present, and
And that is
And
going to
that
be swung
ball
on.
is driven!
And the shortstop with a
And
large
Justin
hole
Hellberg
in his
will
glove. Justin
run
Hellberg
home
rounding.
and score!
And scores, ladies and gentlemen. EUCB on the board.
Woo!
2 now in the bottom of the sixth after a not so hot play from number one at shortstop.
Can the boys bring it back right
Ladies
now?
and gentlemen,
Can they
one,
bring it back?
One down, bottom of the sixth. Zane Davis with a great drive to the left side of the field.
Zane Davis, what a player, what a guy.
And
Love
what
it.
a motivator, John.
What a
I mean,
mo-
there's
what
a
a
reason.
motivator. I was about
There's
to say
there's a
this.
reason that this guy. There's a reason that this guy,
Ladies and
is one of
gentlemen,
our
we're
esteemed
joined
EUCB
by
coaches.
some prestigious alumni.
ladies and gentlemen, the center fielder who had his phone out
It was a GoPro. It was a GoPro.
It was a GoPro.
has graced us with his presence, along with esteemed catcher, or should I say ex-catcher, Jacob Trumbo. John, who's up?
I don't know.
I can't tell from this far away.
And that will be grounded.
And that will be
By the
one
third
out.
baseman.
Zane Davis thrown out at second base on the play
I
from
think
third
it's 2
baseman.
outs.
And a rare completed play.
No,
by
it is
UNC's
now
outfield.
2 outs. That is correct, John.
I will tell you who that is right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Seb Sanner steps up to the dish. I believe Seb Sanner's our DH this morning, John.
Yes, he is.
And that's going to be
That
chopped
I can confirm.
just to the left side and trickle foul.
2 outs. 2 runs have scored for Elon Club Baseball this inning. Nice.
Perhaps it's time to update the score.
And I'll tell you what,
Perhaps
John,
it is. Jansen, do you mind updating the score?
I would love
And I
to.
can take the microphone here.
That sounds good. Hello, Aiden Hewitt.
2 outs. We got our designated hitter, Seb, up. Here's the pitch. And that will be outside for ball 1, I believe.
I believe you are correct, John.
What's the count? 1-1? I don't know. Doesn't matter because Seb is about to rake one. Oh, and that hops.
And that is going to be
Hey!
through for a
Split the
base hit by
defense,
Seb
attaboy.
Sanner. The second baseman and shortstop nearly killed each other on that one,
You
John.
could say I called that one, Jansen.
John?
You could say I called that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we have Braden Iverson up.
That is absolutely Braden Iverson.
Braden Iverson.
Esteemed EUCB treasurer, Braden Iverson.
He
Not a
loves the
Goodwall,
coin.
dude.
As Katie Sweeney
What's up, dude?
correctly announced, Braden Iverson has a very distinct stance at the plate. John, what do you think that stance stems from? And do you think it'll work out for him here in this at-bat?
Well, Jansen, I think it stems from his heritage. And
That is
that
gonna be
is
swung
swung
on
on
and
and missed. I think it stems from his heritage, and I think it just comes naturally.
Well,
And,
John, I'll tell you what.
it works.
One
for
of
him.
EUCB's, if not EUCB's, best hitter last season.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Here's the pitch.
So whatever he's
outside
doing,
for the 1-1.
whatever he's doing, John,
He's
I
doing
wouldn't
it right.
stop.
Love that.
He's
Too.
If
doing
it-
it right.
Hey, as the kids are saying, if it ain't broke.
Don't fix it.
That's right, John.
Wow. And that brings us to our sponsor,
Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want
Swung
to,
on a miss
and that
by
is gonna be
Braden
swung on a
Iverson.
miss by Braden Iverson. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to build a bar in your friend's basement your senior year of high school, get your supplies from Home Depot. I did it and have no regrets, John.
If you want to build a beer dye table, if you don't know what you're doing, there's some helpful
That's going to be
people.
swung on. Shortstop, played a second, and he is going to be out.
Wow.
Seb Sander thrown out at second base on a decent play from the shortstop, who apparently got that hole in his glove fixed. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the top of the 7th for the final inning of this ball game.
What's up?
What inning is it?
It is the top of the 7th. Ladies and gentlemen, we've gone live a little bit early, and I want to talk to you more about our sponsor. What sponsor? I want to talk to you about
A24 Studios?
A24 Studios. Great movies, great people.
Papa John's.
Great movies, better people.
Great movies, better people. Papa John's. Better pizza, better ingredients.
Great people, not very good pizza.
Great people, not very. Oh, that's our sponsor. All right.
Oh, and Lily, this is why you're getting fired.
It is the top of the 7th. UNC up to bat. The score is 9-2. Or,
Oh, it's not.
as they say, what's 9 in Spanish?
Oh my God! Look how dirty.
Nueve?
Look how dirty Helberg is, bro. He's yellow.
Nueve?
Justin Helberg is indeed
Dos.
quite dirty.
Who's dirty? Justin Helberg?
That's the one. Here's the pitch from the big lefty, Ryan O'Connor, and that's going to be in there for strike 1 on the batter, right on the inside corner.
Hey,
A
Rock.
nice fastball from Rock to start the inning.
Ryan O'Connor, the bestest of friends
And
to women.
that's right. And John, let me tell you something. This wind is dying down. I'm starting to
Here's,
warm up a little bit here as that ball was driven into center field for a base hit, picked up by Caden Proctor and tossed in to Coach Zane Davis, who will relay it back. Now, John, we were having a conversation when the mic was off. We've been on quite the horror movie kick.
We have been.
We've been on quite the horror movie kick. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any horror or thriller movies that you recommend,
Recommend.
well then, Katie Sweeney, you can drop
It
it
was
in
Chloe.
the chat just like anyone else.
Have you seen Smile?
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
I just watched that the other night.
We just watched the
Ladies
first
and gentlemen,
second.
if
Have
you
you
have
seen the second
any
one?
good
I need to watch
horror
it.
movies, please
Second one's
drop them in the
first
chat.
one's better.
How do you feel about the
and we
Conjuring?
will reply. That ball is
We were
driven to
also
Zane
watching
Davis,
The
Boys,
fielding
Zane.
cleanly
We watched the first and
to
second.
Justin Helberg,
Pretty
and that's
good.
going to be a
Yeah.
double play. A double play from our two coaches up the middle. A great fielding play from Zane Davis and a quick transfer from Justin Helberg to get the
Dirty
man at
Justin
first.
Helberg waves back to the camera. He's really dirty at this point.
Didn't find a way to slide on that play.
No. I'm sure he wishes he did.
But rest assured, he thought about it.
He certainly thought about it, Ellen Lilly. Here's the pitch.
Grafton
And that
was-
is in there for strike 1.
Ryan O'Connor being very efficient here in the top of the 7th.
Man. Friend of women.
And you're still talking about it.
So you've said, John. So you have said.
Have you noticed that this hitter is the same height as Grafton when he's kneeling?
And
This
that pitch
hitter's
is
a
going to
little,
miss
little
inside,
short.
evening the count at 1-1.
Absolute hobbit up to bat.
Owen Lilly, that is not appropriate. Ladies and gentlemen,
That's
we
all right.
apologize
You
for
can't say that.
Yeah, you can say that.
I'm
All
short.
right.
I'm like 5'7". I can say that.
You are short.
Here's the 1-1,
You know what? I'm 5'6".
Here's the 1-1 to Owen Lilly.
and that will be in for strike 2. And the count is 1-2.
A great
Somewhere in there.
pitch by Ryan O'Connor.
Ryan O'Connor's kind of.
Is I dare say he is dealing, John, as that ball is popped foul.
Count remains 1-2. Caden Proctor looks back at the broadcasting booth. Hello, Caden.
Whoa, you can't say that.
Whoa.
You can't say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1-2 count here on the batter. Ryan O'Connor winds up and deals, and that pitch is going to miss outside, evening the count at 2-2.
That's what we've been trying to figure out.
John, I'll tell you what,
Tell me.
it's cloudy, but I think it might turn into quite a nice day.
You think so? I hope so.
As that is
And
going to
that
be
is
swung
swung
on
and missed.
and missed for strike 3. A deadly high fastball from Ryan O'Connor
Attaboy, Rock.
strikes out the UNC hitter as he walks defeated back to his abode.
Well, the score is 9-2, Jansen. UNC leads. Can we score 7 runs this inning?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to take a big bottom of the 7th, but I'll tell you what, if anyone's going to do it, it's these boys here. We'll see you in the bottom of the 7th.
Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Frank, where we are now in the bottom of the 7th inning. Leading off for EUCB, I believe, is Jaden Windsor. And that pitch is going to be in there for strike 1. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a dry day here in Elon, North Carolina. And my lips are feeling it, which brings us to our sponsor, Aquaphor, as the pitcher deals, and that pitch is going to be outside, evening the count at 1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, Aquaphor. If your lips are as chapped as mine,
J-Max.
Shout out J-Mac.
as that pitch is going to miss inside for ball 2 on Jaden Windsor. Jaden Windsor, quite the speed demon once he gets moving.
He's a speedy little devil.
He's a threat on the base paths, John. And that's going to miss outside to bring the count to 3-1. Might he lose him here, John?
Maybe. If I'm Jaden Windsor here, I'm letting this one ride. And
That's going to
He
miss
does.
in
Yeah,
for
boy.
ball 4. EUCB with a base runner here in the bottom of the 7th. No outs.
who is that up? Let me see.
Center fielder number 2 with some words of encouragement to his infielder boys. We love a guy that sticks up for his team.
I kind of like the center fielder.
Even if it's the
he's-
wrong team.
I'm a big fan of the guy.
He's a good guy.
He is. Ladies and gentlemen, Braden Grafty at the dish now. Looks at the first pitch, up high for ball 1. John, this UNC pitcher is having a tough time finding the zone.
That
Hey,
he
Graf.
is. This might be what we need right now.
Well, John,
Here's the pitch.
you might just be right.
Another inside
John, I
Four ball.
I believe that is
Ball
5
two.
straight balls
Five
from
straight
the
balls?
UNC
A lot of
Chapel
balls.
Hill pitcher.
A lot of balls.
Yeah, we're getting our asses kicked.
You know-
I don't say that.
Anyway,
Here's the next pitch, and that is going to
Three.
miss as well, making the count 3-0.
Oh.
John, that is the 6th straight ball from this Chapel Hill flamethrower.
and I'll say it again. A lot of balls. A lot of balls. Okay. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch. And that is
And that is going to
inside.
be taken for a strike. John, I don't hate that take there. I, too, probably would not have let the bat leave my shoulder.
I don't hate that take either. I honestly thought that was a little inside, but
I
hey.
don't think Grafty was even considering swinging.
He was
I don't
not.
think he
John,
was.
do we think Jaden Windsor's going to steal?
There's the second strike.
And Braden Grafty disagrees with the call. I got to say, I don't.
I don't either.
That was right there.
Maybe the strike thrown before up for debate, but that one
Here's the pitch, and
And
that
we
is
will
going to miss
see.
away
ball four.
for ball 4. John, that was a pretty close pitch. That's
I
a
frankly
big
thought that
league
was a
take.
strike.
A big league take from Braden Grafty.
I was not sure whether that was a strike or not.
Ladies and
but
gentlemen,
apparently I
Gavin
was wrong.
Thomas, left fielder, steps up to the dish with runners on first and second and
No
no
outs.
No
No
outs
outs.
here in the bottom of the 7th.
Let's see if Gavin Thomas can make something happen right here. If anybody could do it, it's this guy.
That's exactly right, John.
Oh
And that is
my
going to
God.
be swung on and
Yes,
driven
I
to left
say
field.
it.
And that is going to get
Yeah.
down. Jaden Windsor rounding third, headed for home. Here's the throw. And he's going to be in there. Safe. A great throw from the left fielder, but not in time. And a fantastic base hit from Gavin Thomas to bring EUCB to 3 runs. John, 3 runs, no outs, guys on first and second. This game isn't over.
There's a lot of baseball up here, Jansen.
John,
There's
this
a lot of
game is
baseball.
not yet over.
As my peer, Riley Greenwald, pointed out, that was a great throw from the right fielder. Good effort.
That's the left fielder, John,
Left
but
fielder,
I agree.
sorry.
That was a unbelievably impressive
was a
throw
great
from
throw.
number 31.
That was a great throw. Jaden Windsor thought he was safe in there. He was,
now.
but great throw. Here's the pitch. Strike
Oh,
one.
is going to be in there for a strike. The count is 0-1 on John. Who would you say that is in the box?
I have to say Caden Proctor.
I swear
we are back
Caden
to
had-
the top of
I
the
swear
order.
Caden had long sleeves, John.
Well, Caden was
Did
batting
Caden-
after
Caden may have had a wardrobe change mid-inning, and you know what? I respect that,
That's
John.
kind of what we need right now.
I
We need a
respect
little
that.
change.
Every once in a while, you just got to switch it up.
This isn't about baseball.
No, it is not, ladies and gentlemen. As we say on this broadcast all the time, baseball, it's a metaphor for life.
Here's the 0 on the count.
That's going to
That
be
is
swung on and
swung
popped
on.
foul.
Bring the count to 0-2. Caden Proctor had a nice hit, I believe, earlier this game. Let's see if he can do it again.
Pitcher taking his time.
Thinking.
Pitch clock.
Here's the pitch.
0-2.
And that is going to be
Swung
swung
on
on
and
and
missed.
missed for strike 3. EUCB, that is their first out of the inning. Runners still on first and second as Coach Justin
Dirt.
Helberg steps
Dirt.
into the box.
We know it's Coach Dirt because he looks quite dirty.
John, this guy, he likes to get dirty.
He likes to get dirty. He had a couple nice hits earlier this game. Let's see if he can do it again. Coach Dirt. And that ball is high and
John, I think the pitcher may have missed his spot there.
Jansen, you can say that again.
John, I think the pitcher may have missed his spot there.
All right. And here's a 1-0 to Coach Dirt. And again,
Oh my
inside.
goodness! John, I think this pitcher has a little bee in his bonnet towards Justin Helberg.
He is not a big fan of Coach Dirt. As the alumni and the bench,
They're getting into this.
they're trying to rattle the pitcher right now.
Well, John, I think I'd say they're doing a pretty good
I
job.
think they are. 0-2.
Here's the pitch, and that is going to miss high and in again. John, that is 3 straight pitches.
Rio.
Pretty darn close to Justin Helberg.
Justin Helberg.
He does play defense.
You got a 3-0 count here. You're taking this ball.
John, I'll be honest, I give Justin Helberg the green light in this situation.
He will take it.
All right.
Now,
Finally found his own.
That's the only time that caffeine ever.
3-1.
UNC pitcher number 10 finally locating that ball. Here's the pitch to Justin Helberg, and that is going to be swung on and popped foul, loading the count at 3-2.
Now,
John, what do you think? What do you think he's going to throw here?
Not to make you feel old, but last year prom
I think it's gonna be a little bit outside. I think he's gonna throw a curveball outside. That's my guess. And he's gonna try and get Coach Justin Dirt Helberg to chase it.
Well, John, considering we are yet to see a curveball from this guy, that is a bold take. But we will see.
Well,
here's a pitch from number 10. Swung on and driven down the third baseline. Third baseman
nice
taps,
play from
goes
the
to
third
first.
baseman.
No!
And that is going to get past the first baseman. Runners will advance to second and third. 2 outs in the inning. EUCB still down 9-3 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
Zane
As
Davis
Zane Davis
steps up to the plate.
You think they heard you too? Yeah? You might want to just check in again.
Hey, be nice.
He's a good kid.
We are big fans of number 2 over here at the broadcast.
We do not.
I don't want to hear
tolerate
any. I don't want to hear
number
any of
2
that.
slander.
We don't chirp him.
I'm not sure yet, personally.
Number 2, are you playing center second game as well? Who is?
Yeah.
Is he a good guy?
We will.
Thank you, sir.
He's all right. All right.
I'm going to remember the name.
That
That
ball
ball is
swung on,
popped up foul by Zane Davis.
for the 0.
You know, Stratman told me he was going yard today, and I'm yet to see it.
Stratman hasn't bat.
I've yet to see him put on a uniform.
I was just going to say, Stratman has been playing third base, but I am yet to see him in the batter's box.
I thought he was batting forward. That's what I was told.
Ladies and gentlemen, the count is 0-1 to number 2, Coach Zane Davis.
Runners on second and third. The score remains 9-2.
3.
9. Oh, sorry, I forgot. We scored a run.
We do have to change the scoreboard.
9-3.
2 ducks on the pond for Zane Davis.
Count is
And the
0-1.
pitcher, number 10, comes set. Lifts his leg and delivers. That pitch is going to be swung on and battled off by Zane, making the count 0-2.
Jansen, I wouldn't rather have anyone else in this scenario than Coach Zane Davis.
He's a resilient young man.
He is. Great.
Here's the pitch.
Smart baseball player.
And that is launched to left field.
Oh, that's trouble.
In foul territory. It's down! The ball is down, but I believe that ball is foul, John.
Oh. He dropped that shit, dude.
I will say, John, had he made that catch, that would have been outrageously impressive.
I would be
Yes.
thoroughly impressed.
He must have been right there.
Stop.
What?
Double click it.
Jansen,
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the rules of club baseball, but I feel like if you miss a foul catch, that's a fair ball in most scenarios.
No.
Well, John,
No?
Incorrect, but thank you.
Well,
that was wow. You and Owen Lilly might be fired together. Here's the pitch to Zane Davis.
That is inside for ball 1, making the count 1-2. Jansen,
I would
that's
love
my
to witness
mistake.
someone best me at camera work.
Well, Owen Lilly, we will train a monkey. Here's the pitch. And that is going to fall
for
in
strike
there
3.
for strike 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure announcing this game. Final score, EUCB 3, UNC Chapel Hill 9.
And we'll see you in the
Tar
next
Heels
one.
take game 1, and we will see you for game 2.